Today's edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox is brought to you by Daniel's of Florida Steakhouse in Fort Lauderdale.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Beefo, and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim flam sauce with the awesome bay with shafafa on the side.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Today, we're at D's Sports Bar. It's the sidecar to the great Daniel's, a Florida Steakhouse, which is Michelin Guide recommended. And we are with Dan Gannon. That's the Daniels in Daniels. And he's the chef. And Tom Angelo. He is the restaurateur, man about town. How are you guys doing?
Great, shit. Great to be here.
Doing great.
It's nice to be back here. And I know you've had quite the hectic summer. First, you had a couple of travels, R&D. And then congratulations, gentlemen. Last night, you debuted the Daniels location, the new location in Coral Gables. How did that go?
Fantastic. We had a great night, and it was really we had a lot of fun.
It was amazing.
So
Really,
again,
nice.
for those who don't know, Tom and Daniel have been at Fiola for a number of years. They were kind of the people running the show there.
Mhm.
And you decided, and you announced this on the last time we had the show, that you decided to make a pivot. Now, explain it just a little bit again. Why now that it's Daniel's, and just the whole reason behind the switch.
Yeah. So last year, when my daughter joined me in the business, we decided to do this restaurant here in Fort Lauderdale, creating the brand along with Chef Danny and the rest of our team. And we've seemed to have folks really enjoy it, and we had a lot of people come up from Miami that were our regular guests and loved the experience with the steakhouse, and we felt it was the right thing to do to rebrand the restaurant as Daniel's, and so far so good.
And now, Daniel, so you're saying a lot of the menu items that have been on on display here, and you kind of just bringing those down with a couple of extras, correct?
Yes, of course. So for Coral Gables, what we're doing is, of course, Daniel's favorites, and also we had a couple fan favorites from the prior restaurant, and then we also added one more beautiful steak, which is a prime rib. Beautiful prime rib, Wagyu steak, and then we have a prime rib cart. So, in addition to the experience.
It's always a nice, presentation. Now, you do run prime rib here as a special,
Yes,
right?
yes. We do a special with a prime rib, same quality, same in recipe.
We were just talking about our Thanksgiving menu, getting ahead of that, so we're going to offer prime rib up here for Thanksgiving as an option of turkey as well.
Oh, wow. We're already on Thanksgiving, and I can't believe it. The second half of the year.
Got to plan ahead.
I know. And, speaking of planning ahead, you guys were hard at work on coming up with your Dine Out Lauderdale menu for here. And again, it's a kind of a split restaurant that you have the sports bar concept that you kind of developed, and I really love it, being from now that I'm around the corner and I can come in here and watch some of those great Panther games. You had a really good spring with that. And then of course Daniel's, the Florida Steakhouse, is next to it. And so it's a little bit more, upscale, refined. But I tell you what, this is the classiest sports bar I've ever been. Tell us about the room that we're sitting in.
So this is we call it the Florida Legends Room. So I wanted to give an homage to the great athletes of Florida, and also pay respects to all the great colleges. So we started out with the colleges. So I wanted something from Florida State, University of Miami, and UF. So we had a great friend of ours gave us actual game jersey from Danny Cannell that he played in one of the national championship games. Vinny Testaverde, University of Miami. Jason Taylor, who's a good friend.
Oh, you got a Messi, you got a Conine.
Jeff Conine. Actually, Jeff had his he's a great friend. He had his they gave his special recognition,
his retirement. They retired his jersey. Oh, he was inducted into the Marlins Ring of Fame.
He had his little party here.
So he had it here.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Alonzo, who's a good friend. We're both Georgetown graduates, and he's a dear friend. And Tim Tebow.
All right.
For UF. Yeah.
This is called the Legends Room. It's kind of an offshoot, and you got the sports bar, all kinds of great high definition TVs around. So when football season is right around the corner, This
Can't
is a
wait.
good place to go. What are the hours here again, Tom?
Right now, we're doing Tuesday through Sunday, dinner only, starting at 5. And then once football season starts in August, we're going to go 7 days.
Oh, nice.
We'll be open for lunch on Saturday and Sunday, starting at 12.
So people can come in and
for the
watch
college
games.
football, and then so it'll be 7 days.
Very nice. And one of the things I like about the sports bar is you can get some of the like wines from next door. Like you do offer, not the menu items from next door, but at least if you're into not just drinking tap beer, and you have a great, obviously cocktail menu and great draft beer. But I'm a guy now, I've gotten a little bit elevated and I like having my red wine. So it's nice to be able to order a bottle from your regular list.
We do have we got Wine Spectators Best of Excellence Award for the restaurant next door. So
Nice.
we do have a good list of about 1,500 bottles.
Well deserved. And again, for those of you who don't know, Daniel's and Dee's Sports Bar are located just south of the New River Tunnel. It's right on Federal Highway, and I believe the address is 620 South Federal Highway.
Yep.
Yeah, it's this used to be actually I think it was a tire shop, which is kind of ironic considering now Michelin, his guide, is listed you very good honor for the first year that Michelin guide came to the Fort Lauderdale area, and one of only 5 restaurants recognized in the whole of Greater Fort Lauderdale. So again, quite a feather in your cap.
Thank you.
Well done. Let's talk about what we have in front of us is some calamari.
Yes.
And you guys are going to be taking part in the upcoming Dine Out Lauderdale
For
promotion.
both Dee's Sports Bar
Oh, wow.
and for Daniel's. So we have the lower priced dinner menu for Dee's, and I think it's $30 or $35 for
Okay.
3 courses, and
Wow.
next door is 70. So this is one of our appetizers for the
Yep.
sports bar. Yeah.
Yep, correct.
And you've got the nice freshly battered. You want to tell us about the preparation?
Yeah, so we
chef?
have the calamari, nice crispy, but the main thing is that we use durum wheat flour for the crispiness of the calamari, and then of course you're gonna have that beautiful chili aioli right next to it, so you can just dip in.
It looks very nice. And I'm going to go in. Are you a ring guy or a tentacle guy, Daniel?
I prefer the tentacles.
Of course, any food lover, they can't get enough of the because this is where all the crunch and the texture and the flavor.
Yeah, it's like more to it.
Very nicely done. All right, now excuse
you
me,
go.
my mouth
'cause
is up.
I-
Well, Lubie,
I like the rings in the sense that it can tell you how good or bad of a job it's like, because calamari is extremely hard to do well, right? Like
Yes.
it's easy to overcook, it becomes very chewy. So the rings, if someone does it right, I guess you can tell if it's a little bit less chewy. But I like the tentacles because there's just a lot more to it, and I ignore how it. I mean, whatever.
no, I mean, and that aioli is fantastic. I don't
Yes.
think I've had it before, so
Oh,
job well done on that. I guess we're gonna have a couple more dishes coming out, but and then we're gonna do the Daniel's menu a little bit later on in the show, so we'll
Yes.
get to that. And again, for those of you who don't know, Dine Out Fort Lauderdale begins August 1st. It's running all the way through the end of September 30th. And scores of restaurant, it's actually over 100. They've really grown it nicely in the last few years. And it's something that kind of it's kind of a way to get restaurants through some of the leaner summer months. And it modeled, I guess, after Miami Spice, which you're familiar with.
Yeah.
Very, very familiar. Yeah.
What do you think of Miami Spice?
So one of the things that for Miami Spice, because it's become a local tradition,
Right.
and I think that's our goal is to become a local tradition also, and with Dine Out, and have the guests, pretty much mark their calendars and start the enjoying and then come to the restaurant to enjoy the different dishes that we have. And one of the cool things is that we get to change the menus with what's available, what's local, what's seasonal. So we have a lot of fun with both Dine Out menu and Miami Spice.
It seems to be a lot more competitive in Miami. Like here, well, I don't know. I don't know how it just seems like chefs down there either love it or hate it. I mean, it does bring in people through the doors.
It's a tremendous positive for the community, and not just for the individuals who get to go and enjoy the restaurants at a lower price, but also for the employees, because employees' hours gets cut. And we were able to really last 2-3 years, our biggest numbers were August and September.
Really, and that was your former restaurant down there, which I came in and you were also running that pasta omakase dinner special, which was fantastic. And yeah, so that was nice. But now, we're trying to do the same thing and grow the Dine Out Lauderdale here. It has gotten growing
Become a
in
bigger
terms
thing.
of
Hundreds of
participation,
restaurants involved.
and they are a little more malleable in terms of they don't limit you of for some of the high-end restaurants you can charge enough that you can still make it worthwhile, and but it's still a lower price than the regular menu, so people can come and try places maybe they couldn't ordinarily check out.
So in Miami, it's Miami Spice. You do the dinner menu at $60, 3 courses, but you can also do a signature dining experience. That's when we had the pasta omakase, which was a 5 or 6 course dinner experience for $95. So people have that option when they come in to do that. So this year we're doing in Miami, we're doing a 5-course Wagyu tasting, starting off with a beautiful Wagyu and pearls, then a beautiful consomme of bone broth. Then we're doing orecchiette pasta with a Wagyu ragu, and then we're doing a beautiful pastrami crusted filet mignon, Wagyu filet mignon with potato fonduta, and then our soft serve custard ice cream. Here in Fort Lauderdale, in addition to the Dine Out Fort Lauderdale menu that we have with all the options, we're doing a special Wagyu, not so much Wagyu omakase tasting, but a Wagyu tasting of 3 different types of Wagyu. One from Florida, I believe, one from Texas Chef.
Correct. And the other one's from Australia.
One from Australia. So we have on the plate, it'll be 3 portions of the filet on the plate together with fries. And that way folks can enjoy that experience as well. And that'll be, I think it's going to be for $115 or $125. So you get 3 individual selections of Wagyu beef, filet mignon on the plate, 3 4-ounce portions.
Are they prepared, with different sauces, different?
They have different salts, and also like a small garnish that, like a caramelized onion, also some roasted pepper, and the other ones with the endive salad.
That sounds like a winner to me, especially, again, I'm trying to avoid a lot of the carbs, and going with just nothing but beautiful Wagyu beef is keto friendly and my diet friendly. Chef Daniel, just explain for people who might not know, and we simulcast every day on the Let's Eat South Florida group. Thank you, everybody out there. Over 208,000 people now. It is larger than many cities in Broward County, which is a little bit daunting. But exactly what is Wagyu? Because everybody hears Wagyu. I thought once upon a time to be Wagyu, it had to come from Japan, kind of like champagne can only be grown in the Champagne region of France. But what happened now that you have all these kind of other breeds that went to different countries?
So the Wagyu, it started in the breed was coming out from Japan. That was the main thing. And then of course, people get sneaky, and then many years ago, they snuck them out. And then of course they went to Australia, they went to the United States, and they went to a couple other countries that they were like, of course, like South America, and the United States and Australia started doing the bigger
crossbreeding
bigger crossbreeding of it. So nowadays you have kind of like categorizing the Wagyus, which are especially the ones that are from outside. You have F1, F2, F4, and then of course full breed. So F1 is a 50%, let's say Wagyu and Black Angus. Then we have F2, which will be like a 75%, which will be 75% Wagyu, 25% Black Angus, and then F4 you have 93% Wagyu, 7% of the Black Angus.
Very intricate, and then of course like the premium A5 from Wagyu Prefecture in Japan, and that is just so heavily marbled. I have one slice of that, like less than an ounce, and I'm like, oh no.
we find that the Australian Wagyu is the best compromise between the high quality prime with just additional marbling that is fantastic, and we feature in our restaurants 2 different ranches in Australia. One Margaret River, and the other is another ranch which is sort of down the road, but actually up the road because it sits at a 2,000-foot elevation, called Stone Axe. And we're one of the few restaurants in Florida that features Stone Axe. Stone Axe is probably the highest quality VS9 Wagyu full bread, and it has a tremendous amount of marbling, but not like the Japanese.
It's not overwhelming.
So
much.
people love it, and it's really, we do tomahawks, we do it in the filet mignon as well.
Very nice. And before we get to this great spread in front of us, which is going to be on the Dine Out Lauderdale menu here on the D's Sports Bar side, I just want to ask, just talk about how much you guys have evolved since you first opened. It was last October, and it's hard to believe it's almost a year, but the fact that you have these printed like daily guides, almost like a wine list, where you show the beef
cuts.
offerings, the cuts, the origin, what ranch they're from. You've got some from Texas, you've got from Florida, some from, I guess, other parts, Omaha and North Dakota. Just talk about, do people get excited? Do steak lovers come in here? Because it's a little bit different than the usual. Yeah.
And actually that has given us catapulted us into we're being seen by the world's best steak restaurant.
Right.
So actually we're for a lot of them in Miami, we'll be doing an event in October for the world's best steak restaurant, which is called the Rare Tour. And we are doing an event with the restaurant number 14 of the world from Sydney, Australia.
Oh wow! So some nice collabs coming.
We're bringing their chefs over for 3 days, 1 day here and 2 days in Miami. We're the exclusive U.S. host. There's no other restaurant in the United States hosting them this year. The other hosts are in France, Italy, Germany, Australia, Mexico. But we're the exclusive U.S. host for the Rare Tour, and the chefs are flying over from Sydney, Australia.
Oh, wow.
We're partnering here that night with Darouche Winery. My good friend Alan Papp, who's a local Fort Lauderdale guy, runs Darouche. We did a wine dinner with them last year. We're doing next night in Miami, doing Schrader, and then we're doing Vegas, Sicilia. And part of the, part of culinary at the level that we try to achieve is a lot about education. And Chef Danny loves to read his entire career. He's a student. I have fallen in love with going to places with him. We spent 5 days in Spain with Cassidy.
Ooh,
nice.
And
This
we
was
went
just
where in
recently.
Spain?
Well, we went to we started in San Sebastian. We did 2 nights there, and then went to Madrid.
Oh.
We have a very dear friend that connected us. My friend Jorge Palomares grew up in Spain, and he was able to get us reservations at. There were 2 prominent restaurants or steakhouses in San Sebastian.
Was San Sebastian the
region.
city with the most Michelin stars in the world or something?
Yeah, but
Per
beyond
capita,
that, the steakhouses there are extraordinary. They're set for not so much in the city; they're in the countryside. And the number 2 restaurant in the world's 50 best is called Asador Echebarri, and it's set in the middle of about an hour outside of San Sebastian. It's a absolute iconic, incredible restaurant run by the chef. The kitchen is the size of this table.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's all steaks. It's not what you would think in terms of a Michelin experience in terms of tasting menu, but it's just great. It's all steak
Quality
driven,
meat.
amazing.
How do they prepare? Open, like a
Open
wood
fire.
wood
Yeah,
fired.
yeah.
He
And that-
creates his own charcoal and
Oh,
onions
jeez.
and
It's
everything.
I'll show you pictures. It's insane. Then we went to this restaurant called Laya, and Laya just got ranked number
number
It's not-
8
8 in the world by World's 101 Best Steakhouses. Incredible, family run, also set in a farm setting out in the middle of nowhere, just spectacular. Then we went to the city of Bilbao.
Okay.
And went to a restaurant called Amarin. And Amarin's also in the top 50 of the world's best 100 steakhouses. And actually where we got the idea for the board was an Amarin.
So you do pick up all these
was
kind
just
of
gonna say,
things
yeah.
from
Nuances.
going around the world.
You usually learn something. And then we went to Madrid and went to a restaurant called Lana, run by 2 brothers. Absolutely spectacular Wagyu program there. Incredible meats. So and then we went to Italy. We went to a number of other restaurants. So it's about education. So we learn from the best, and we sort of bring little pieces back to here to South Florida. And that allows us to really bring sort of the love and the passion for excellence that we bring to the table. That Chef Danny and his team have, and that we try to have all the team members have, is really what we love what we do, and we love giving those experiences to guests. And then we try to do some simple things, things that we love to eat.
Comfort food.
Here,
Oh, for sure.
jalapeno poppers,
In a sports bar, and I'm
Fantastic.
going to dig in. I'm
They're-
sorry.
they're
jalapeno
really good.
poppers.
I requested these because I was like, we're at a sports bar. I want to have like
They're really good.
You know-
They're legit.
very nice.
So, Chef Danny's had a wide range of experiences in his career, going from high-end cuisine, but then also working at the Betsy Hotel where he ran all the food and beverage.
They got a
So,
little kick.
yeah.
Got a kick.
Got a kick.
Mm.
Got a kick. So we've got our French dip sandwich here.
That looks good. These fries,
They're ridiculous.
I am going to go in.
Yeah, these are house-made fries.
Right.
Yep.
We soak them overnight. It's great. Got a little bit of cheese on them. Now we've got a beautiful French dip sandwich here. With this is our Sullivan Street. Brad knows Sullivan Street
Right.
out of New York.
Mm.
They have an operation in Miami now. A little caramelized onion.
I haven't had this yet. I've been so busy eating the chicken Milanese sandwich that you make here that I love.
Well, we got a little bit of horseradish cream and a little bit of au jus. So
Uh-huh.
let's
Go
dig in.
I'm,
man.
I'm going to just pick it up. And, well, I'm not going to take a bite yet. This looks great.
I'll take a bite.
Look
Come
how
on.
beautiful
I'll
that
take a
is.
bite.
Take a bite.
For
I'm
Christ's
gonna,
sake.
here, let me get a little. I'll be classy and use my actual knife and not just dip it or sip it. But yeah, beautiful Sullivan Street bakery bread. Oh wow,
The bread looks nuts.
that's crazy good. Forget that
I'll
place
definitely get
up
to
in
it.
Pompano.
I'll definitely get to it. But the bread looks, just looking at it, it looks
Take a
like.
bite. Stop looking. Eat. Manja.
Yeah.
Those caramelized onions and a little bit of the arugula. Man, you call it simple,
you
but
get
it's
it.
so good. That is so
When I
good.
looked, this au jus is thick.
Yeah,
Like it's thick
yeah.
au jus.
You want to go and
That's
dip
why I
it
went for
in
the au
and-
jus.
There you go.
There you
Oh,
go.
look,
There you
Lubie
go. Oh
is
my God,
just
look at this.
slathering
This
it
is
on. I'm
ridiculous.
going to take a little bit more. I'm just.
It's
gonna
loaded
take-
with caramelized onions, so
Oh, that's rich.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
And the bread,
How come I haven't had that before,
Oh,
Tom?
you
Because I'm so busy with
Well,
my
everything was
chicken.
great.
you like the red sauce.
and the
You're a
bread
red
is
sauce.
ridiculous because it's not only
You're a red
like
sauce
it fits the sandwich, but it's not too thick. A lot of the time when it's like a ciabatta or something like that, it can
Correct.
be too thick where it overwhelms the sandwich. I looked at it, I'm like, that looks like it's going to be perfect. And like, you guys just do a really good job at
No wonder
accentuating the flavors. Like that's why I don't want to put too much. I learned from him where I didn't want to put too much of the au jus or the horseradish. I want to take the taste of sandwich, but it just enhances it. It didn't overwhelm it or take over the sandwich. Like, and again, our friend on Jaffe was like, it doesn't look like a wing place. I'm like, no, they have your sports bar kind of fare, but of course,
Great
wings.
smash
stand,
burger. I mean, the smash
they do it with
burger is
elevated
so-
touches,
Yep.
but I promise you, there's tons of TVs. So you'll get your sports bar feel in, but the food is just, whether it's Daniel's, Florida Steakhouse, or D's, you cover Flavor Town. Is
All
what
the
a
TVs,
famous
all the
TV
TVs,
guy
all
would
the
like to say.
TVs are brand new. We've got
Right.
three 97-inch TVs, and the rest are, I think, 85s. We've
Now-
got another 10 of those, and we have a private room in the back that you can rent out with a 97-inch TV that has its own bar, so you can rent it out for special events. Some people did it for the Panthers, and
No, and I know, like, you do proper sports bar things, like when during the Panthers were on their great, incredible Stanley Cup run, the volume was up for Panther games. So you
Absolutely.
get that
Yes.
full atmosphere. Is it going to be the same way for
absolutely,
Dolphins games? The volume
Dolphin
will
games
be
for
up,
sure, absolutely.
and college football.
And anybody that wants the Bills or the Jets, they can just go somewhere else.
there are places
Sorry,
for
I'm
all
sorry.
teams. No, I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
you're going to brand yourself as a hometown.
Yeah, that's why we have
place.
all. That's why we have the Florida Legends.
Now you mentioned that you have all the great universities. Why is Florida State up there? Sorry,
Oh.
sorry, Lubie.
See, I don't want to
you
get that. I don't want to get that fight in Rio Vista.
I hate the Gators. I'm a no.
And
My
Val's a
daughter
Gator,
is
yeah.
currently a
Listen,
student
listen,
at
Danny-
Florida State
Dan-
University.
Danny-
and
Well, Cano's a local dude.
Danny
He's a
can't-
local
Dan-
legend.
I know,
like,
Danny's father's a friend. He's
He's-
a great
he's
doctor.
an
I know,
icon
I
out
know
here, his
Dan.
dad.
I know Dr. Dan.
Yeah.
I know
Dr. Cano's like
Dr. Cannell
big
is,
time.
and he is a good foodie too. He's given me a number of restaurant recommendations over the year. I know I'm
Yeah.
going back to my time when I was covering the Dolphins, which is a million years ago. But no, and I kid because I want the Seminoles to do well. Lubie,
I think they'll be
he's a
interesting.
graduate.
Yeah.
But my daughter, it was her first year last year. She's so excited to be part of a big football school.
That wasn't the year.
She went to one game and they were getting drubbed at home by some Division 1A school
Well,
or
I-
something
I
like
can
that.
relate.
She left by halftime.
I can relate because when I was at Georgetown, we won the
You won the
national championship
championship,
in
yeah.
'84. I was a senior. My daughter won. I think they were like 5 and 22.
Where have you
And she
gone,
was-
John
and-
Thompson?
And
Yeah.
yeah,
Patrick
she,
Ewing
she was
area.
actually a photographer for the team.
Oh, wow.
So here we have, this is our chicken parm.
Yep.
It's classic chicken parm.
One question about the French dip, which I love, but is it kind of simmered in some sort of like mirepoix carrots or braised or something like that?
No, slow roasted, and then we just this is a little
So-
secret also.
So, but
for-
Val can have that. Val, who is
Yeah, of
sitting at
course.
home now, she has the carrot allergy. We always have to be afraid with some
That's not
braised
all.
meats, but man,
The-
we got to come and try this next time because
The
that
au
is
jus,
fantastic.
you will stay away from the au jus because the au jus we make
the au jus
stock
has
and
a little
everything.
stock. Okay,
Yeah,
but
then for
the sandwich itself is fine.
yeah.
And now I know why our friend Connie Ogle at the Miami Herald, when she did a write up this week about the opening of Daniel's in Coral Gables, and she put a line in there about the best, French dip ever. Like, and I know Connie was in here a couple of those playoff games.
So we'll
'cause she
have that
lives
over
here.
here in the bar.
Yeah.
We'll have numbers of per day because we're gonna
Yeah.
use
also the prime rib for
It-
that.
So in Miami, we have a special, we
Bar
create
menu,
a bar
yeah,
menu
yep.
available 24/7. Burgers, people want to come in, they want to have a burger, they want a French dip. We've got some our chicken nuggets and caviar with creme fraiche is selling really well. A couple other sandwiches
Mhm.
as well.
Yeah, and again, for those who don't know where Daniel's in Coral Gables is, it's
Really close to the University of Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
again we have
And we have
bunch-
a rooftop venue as well there.
oh nice, I
Yeah.
didn't realize that.
Yeah,
It's
well,
also called
It's called La Terrazza.
Terrazza.
La Terrazza.
Terrazza, and it's
And
on
we got a
top of
bar.
that
We've done a
thing.
lot of events up there, and we do Friday nights starting November. We do cigars and steak and cigars on
That
Friday
sounds
nights on the
wow.
rooftop. Yeah.
Very nice. All right, I'm going to go in and get one bite of the chicken parm, which you use the fresh mozzarella on top. And you look, Tom, you're a Italian, from and you take your
I'm a certified Guido. 100%.
and you
Both-
take
both
your
sides of the family.
you
yeah.
take your red sauce very
Oh, I
seriously.
take it very seriously. Yeah. Yes, sir.
There we go.
Yeah, I presumed it was fantastic.
So again, Dine Out Lauderdale, and excuse my full mouth, goes with the territory.
Yep.
Dine Out Lauderdale menu here on the D's Sports Bar side. It will be a 3-course meal. You get a choice of an appetizer, which is
Mhm.
either the
poppers,
poppers,
Poppers, calamari.
Well,
mhm.
calamari,
couple other things.
and then a
And these
choice
are
of
the
the
portions?
main,
Are these the portions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, really?
and then
For $35, this is the
Uh-huh.
appetizer portion.
Yep.
Oh, geez. Okay.
and then
They're really embracing the visit
French
Dine Out Lauderdale.
chicken parm, and then there's a dessert course too. or
Yeah.
is it-
I think it's a ice cream or brownie. Thing,
Yeah.
something like that.
Are you trying to put? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you have some desserts. I know you're trying to do some things in here.
Daniel's like,
I have
"Nah, it's
inside
gotta be good."
information. I won't talk.
Always dessert. There's always room for dessert.
And you mentioned down south, you have a soft serve machine.
Yeah. Yeah. We do.
That's
We
classic.
vanilla
Nice.
chocolate swirl. I did a beautiful Sunday last
Uh-huh.
night for a couple of kids that came in with brownie bites and M&Ms and
Nice.
sprinkles and
Uh-huh.
and Oreos, and I brought it out to a really dear friend of mine, and his kids were so happy. So we're gonna do the same thing up here in Fort Lauderdale. We're gonna have the machine. I got to find a good electrician. You know anyone that can help me install
We're
the
gonna try to
machine?
figure that out.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
but
So-
the thing is, how does it square? Because first of all, I love it because ice cream makes everything better. I
Yep,
grew
yep,
up
yep.
in Brooklyn with Carvel ice
Well,
cream,
this
and
is-
I love soft serve.
yeah.
It screams
Yeah.
summer.
Yep.
But how does that square with a place that is like all elegant and high? I mean, that's
It's great.
It just
People
it
love it.
doesn't matter
It's
if it's
nostalgic.
yeah.
It's nostalgic. So soft serve is nostalgic. I remember, when I was a kid, going to the ice cream shop, just getting soft serve, chocolate soft serve.
It gives everybody a smile. And how can you not enjoy a
A great
soft
steak. Listen, a great steak
Mm-hmm.
with a twice baked potato and
Yeah.
some soft serve ice cream. I mean,
And you
Yeah, I
forgot
don't-
one thing. The Lipitor afterwards.
Lipitor.
Well, that's for me anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, let's take our first break, and then maybe we'll move on to the Daniel's side of the Dine Out menu.
Awesome,
I'm
awesome.
very excited to try more bites. I want to devour this whole thing, but I'm going to
I've already said
restrain
that I'm not
myself.
going to.
I'm very much
This is
restraining
just the
myself
D.
'cause-
Once you said this is just the D's sports
Yeah.
bar, remember what they did last time?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right,
Take-
my
pace
wife will
yourself.
have a nice
Pace
dinner.
yourself. Yeah. We have to go boxes.
Again, no, you've really carved out. Again, so many new restaurants have opened in the Fort Lauderdale area over the last year, and there's been a lot of steakhouses that open. But I think you've really managed to differentiate yourself.
Well, what's
And
something I'll say is when it comes to Italian, which we have a lot, and steakhouses, which we have a lot in our area, but the really good establishments rise above, whether it's Italian or steakhouse. And I have a friend, and Mayo's like this too. He's very big with steak, where he knows he can make a really good steak. So like when someone at home makes a great steak, they're a little bit more not running out to buy someone else's steak. And I have a buddy of mine, and he's very hard on steak because he's a great.
you need to do something
He smokes,
different. Yeah.
he grills, he does all of them, and he uses coal, he uses wood, he does a bunch of different stuff, and he doesn't go out for steak. He openly said, he's like, look, man, I don't really go out, but I'll give it to you. That Daniel's is ridiculous. Like
Well,
he point blank said, like Daniel's is one of those steakhouses down here, and there's rare. He's like Burns in Tampa, which everyone knows. And then he was like, yeah, Daniel's is one of those that I would definitely vouch for. I was like, that's pretty
that's
nice.
nice. That's nice to hear. I mean, the most important thing for us is, we love the Michelin recognition. It's a wonderful accomplishment for the team.
Publicity.
But what's
When you
most
just open too.
But what's most important for us is that when you see the dining room full in the middle of summer
Yeah.
on a Friday or Saturday, and the 4.8 rating we have on Google.
Yep.
Because honestly, that touches my heart, because to be able to maintain that over the course of the year is very challenging.
Oh yeah.
And right now, we're out of all the new steakhouses, and I look at all the ratings, 4.8. We're the only restaurant at 4.8.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
No, and it's not just
it's
the
not easy.
steak
It's-
program, which is fantastic.
It's
And the sides, the potato,
everything.
that
the
all your
hospital-
sides, are-
hospitality.
the wines, the cocktail program, and again, for people who want to come in here and try, happy hour is
Well,
running.
But
yeah.
and that's a great segue, I think, to one further point, which is I noticed some of the comments on the site
are we going there?
No,
Because
no.
I was going to take the high road, but go ahead.
or we're a little bit we're expensive, obviously.
Yeah.
And we
Are you
talk
even mad at
going
that?
back to what we were talking about, the product that we're sourcing, right?
Yeah.
We're bringing in this crazy product. We have hanger steak on the menu now in Miami that is absolutely outrageous. What are we charging for that show?
It's 65.
$65. It's Wagyu hanger steak from Stone Axe, which is the highest quality. It was with house-made chimichurri beyond. So we try, and we have our beautiful short rib, which
Yes.
I think is 56 or 58. We have dishes that are less expensive, but now Fort Lauderdale Dine Out is going to allow
People
folks
to come.
that
Yep.
might be on a budget and they don't want to spend $200 a person or $150 a person. They may want to spend 70, 80,
Yes.
90.
Yep.
Now they can come in and have dinner at $70 and have a 3-course dinner, experience what we're offering, and then maybe come back for a special occasion.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's
Yep.
that's a beautiful. That's why
That
we
makes
love.
sense.
That's
Yeah.
why we love Miami Spice, and that's why we love Fort Lauderdale Dine Out.
Yeah, and the nice part of Dine Out Lauderdale is it doesn't cost restaurants anything to sign up.
That's
as opposed, Miami has turned it into a moneymaker where you got to pay the $1,000
a restaurant. Yeah.
and that could be a barrier to entry for some of the smaller
If you're
mom and pops. At least
early, yeah.
here it's democratized so that
Yeah.
anybody that wants to get involved can, and you can check out.
When I appreciate
all
that the
the
restaurants are taking it so seriously, like they
Yeah,
really
no,
get into it.
We love it.
because
We
the
love it.
people who have that Miami background, that comes from that culture of like, hey, we do want to make
Yep.
it a little bit special.
Let's make it
and
a thing.
shine.
Let's make it a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we're well on our way of definitely getting there. So job well done on that. All right, let's take the first break, and then we will come back with more from D Sports Bar with the Daniel's Dine Out menu after these words.
Perfect.
The finest quality, warm hospitality, and world-class creativity. Those are the ingredients that make Daniel's, a Florida Steakhouse, a special place. Come experience the restaurant that's Michelin Guide recommended and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved, with an impressive collection of steaks, seafood, and more, like their foie gras creme brulee. Daniel's is located at 620 South Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, just south of the New River Tunnel, open Tuesday through Sunday for dinner. For reservations and information, go to danielssteak.com. Hey, it's Mayo here for Prezzo Italian Restaurants. 2 locations, Boca Raton at Park Place on Military Trail and Palm Beach Gardens in the PGA Commons on PGA Boulevard. Contemporary Italian cuisine with house-made pastas, wood-fired pizzas, salads, veal, chicken, and of course their famous focaccia bread with oven-roasted garlic bulbs. In Garlic We Trust is their slogan, and you can trust Prezzo for a great experience with gracious service and tremendous value. Open 7 days, featuring brunch, lunch, dinner, and happy hour. Great wine deals and full bar at both locations. For reservations and more information, go to eatprezzo.com. Same great Thai food, beautiful new location. I'm talking about Eat Thai, now in Boca Raton at 6299 North Federal Highway. Thai cuisine is having a moment, and Chef Sopanut makes some of the best in South Florida. A hip and modern spot with authentic Thai street food and some innovative twists. The spicy oxtail soup, Thai bouillabaisse, shrimp ceviche, and classic noodle dishes will wow you. And they now offer full liquor and craft cocktails too. Open every day but Tuesday for lunch and dinner. Go to eatthaiflorida.com for more information.
Hey Lunchbox fans, is it time to sell your business? You've poured your heart and soul into your restaurant or business, and you want to see continue the legacy you have built. Transworld can help. Call me, Andy Cagnetta, at Transworld Business Advisors right now and see if it's time for you to retire and relax. Iconic brands like the Mai Kai, Mulligans, Carlos and Pepe's, Mangoes, and many more turn to Transworld to help sell. Contact Transworld on Facebook or call 954-772-1122 or visit tworld.com. Again, that's 954-772-1122 or tworld.com.
When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks, just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks. They're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Guess who's back and better than ever? Juan's. For the best in classic old school Chinese cuisine, a family-run South Florida favorite since 1966. It's at 664 North Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, open every day but Tuesday for lunch and dinner. Chef Alex is carrying on the family tradition that started 4 generations ago. It used to be known as Christina Juan's Mandarin House, and you're going to love it as Juan's. They've got all your favorites: wonton soup, spare ribs, egg rolls, dumplings, Peking duck, and more. Combo lunch specials daily and takeout and delivery. For more information, go to their Instagram page at juans.fl. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 and the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. All right, we're back at D's Sports Bar, right next to Daniel's, a Florida Steakhouse, downtown Fort Lauderdale, 620 South Federal Highway, south of the tunnel, right around the corner from my new humble abode. And I tell you what, it's a real treat, Lubie, to be able to come in here, enjoy, whether it's just kind of having a sandwich or a burger at the bar with maybe a nice glass of wine. Or maybe 2 or 3 or 4 glasses of wine, because I can just stumble home from here.
Yep.
It's really nice. They do have valet parking here. I know some people say, oh, I don't want a valet. There's also on-street parking, believe it or not. If you go a couple of blocks down, it's like state-owned land that they don't even have.
Oh, wow.
So for people who we're Jewish, we don't like to pay for parking. Like to trade in stereotypes. I think it's, for me, a New York pride
I
thing
hate
to
paying for
find
parking,
a free spot.
Yes.
But you can do that. But again, the parking valet here is they're on call. And look, he brought up the Let's Eat group. There have been some posts about Daniels, and we'll talk with him about it. But I always tell him, look, not every restaurant's for everybody. You have to basically, not only do patrons figure out which restaurants they like and want to go back to. Sometimes restaurants kind of curate their customer base.
I was going to say, is he when people call it quote unquote expensive, when you're having an establishment like both of these places aren't you like, yeah, like we know it is,
but it's quality.
Wagyu,
the thing is, you could taste the quality on the plate. And what offends me most as both a restaurant customer and former critic is
Yeah.
when you've got to pay a lot for garbage, like
Yes.
mediocrity.
That's yes.
High priced or overpriced mediocrity offends my very being. Like sometimes I walk out of a restaurant after paying like $100 a head, and I'll say that was just not good. And
Bingo.
not only could I have made it better myself at home, I would have just preferred not ever, setting
Yeah,
foot in here. This place, on contrary, yeah, you're gonna spend probably a few more bucks than most other places. But when you walk out of here, you say, "Oh, I understand why," because all the sourcing and the, just the preparation methods, and it's not just a place for steak. It's also, he does this great Florida crab cake made with Florida blue crab and also some rock shrimp that's from further up the coast. So it's a blended seafood crab cake with this unbelievably good, Meyer lemon reduction, kind of not a foam, but a gel. Just all these little touches that make it so much better than the usual, chain down the street,
Well, especially
whether
like-
it's a high-end chain or anything else.
Yeah.
So, and then, you have also things like that foie gras creme brulee, which is, Chef Danny, he has these really nice touches where he came up with this dish that it's not a dessert, it's an appetizer, but it can be. It's kind of a foie gras with a creme brulee and other elements of mango and coconut, and very, very creative, inventive. So that's why I've become a big fan of Daniel's.
Yep.
I'm very glad that they have come on board as an official Lunchbox sponsor, and we wish them nothing but continued success as they head into their second full season.
Yep.
Oh, did you see? Yesterday we had the sad news that Ozzy Osbourne died.
Yeah.
Today,
The
Hulk Hogan,
The Hulk. I know.
which I don't know how everybody's supposed to feel about that. He was
Well,
embroiled
he's-
in some controversies.
He's become a piece of work the last decade, but or decade plus. But the guy in the 80s and the 90s was huge across America's social consciousness. So we had number 4 then, because we they say it comes in
Oh,
threes.
comes in threes. Well, we have
Roy Black, too, though,
Oh, I
and
wanted
then-
to ask Tom about Roy because he is in the legal field. Okay, hold on a second. We're gonna have Tom rejoin us, and welcome back. We're getting the plates from the Daniels side of the Dine Out Order menu. But we were just talking about today. We got word that Hulk Hogan died again, an American character. Yesterday, Ozzy Osbourne, international British rock star, but also talking about rock stars, lawyer Roy Black.
Roy
Did you
was
know
a
it?
good friend. He was an amazing guy.
Yeah, and a lot of people. I guess I didn't know he was sick, but 80. He seemed like a young 80 too. That was.
He came in the restaurant in Miami quite a bit. Yeah,
Did he?
Nice.
nice
Okay.
man.
Yeah. So condolences on his passing. Oh, I meant to ask you. So, when you first opened here, you were, I guess, pleasantly surprised by how many people were traveling. It became a destination restaurant, right? Then you bet people coming from Boca, people coming
from the north and the
south,
south. Yep.
Aventura.
people coming to meet friends in between. But now that you're open in Coral Gables, is there any concern that it'll siphon some
No,
of the
not
crowd?
at all,
here?
not at
Okay.
all.
Okay. There's a good answer.
He's like, it's on purpose.
No,
he's,
not
like,
at all.
right.
he's like, we'll keep Miami people. And
Matter
we'll
of
still
fact,
get
we'll
people
probably
here.
open one in the middle.
Oh,
Wow.
really? Oh, like
Wow,
northern
all right.
Miami.
Bay Harbor, yeah. that
Yeah,
area.
you know
Okay.
what? There is a lot.
The
Bal
traffic.
Harbor or
Listen, the traffic is South Florida is. The traffic has created a lot of separation between the communities because it takes,
Not wrong.
Coral South Gables. It may as well be in another zip code.
Yeah,
It's Jupiter. It takes me. I can get to
The
Jupiter
driving
faster.
not
Yeah.
Jupiter, Florida.
Yeah.
Jupiter, the planet.
It's just
Yeah.
a driving. It's not like the people or anything. Just driving
No,
is such
it's
a pain.
you know what? I came here in '89, and summer times, like you could whiz from point A to point
Yeah,
B,
yeah.
no problem at all.
Mhm.
But now it's become more like a
During COVID,
combination of
during,
LA.
during COVID,
Yeah.
during COVID,
Yeah.
I could make it to I can make it to back the old field. I could make it there 35
Yeah.
minutes.
Right,
Yeah, right.
It's only from here
yeah.
28 miles.
Oh, jeez.
right.
20
But-
miles. But if I leave at 2:30, it'll take me an hour 10 minutes
Yeah, for sure.
minimum.
It's like
Mhm.
the time when I was in Santa Monica with my daughter. We
Oh,
had a
good, yeah.
restaurant we had a reservation at a nice restaurant, Nancy Silverton's place
Oh,
in
nice.
West Hollywood.
Nice.
Matzo.
Yeah, and earlier in the day, I checked on the map. It said it would take 45 minutes to go 7 or 8 miles, which I figured, all right, that's a long time, but I'll plan accordingly. So we left the hotel at 5:30 for a 6:30 reservation. I plugged it in and it said an hour and 45 minutes to go across the West Hollywood traffic. We blew the reservation. They wouldn't hold the table for us. We had to end up going to the Palm in Beverly Hills, which was, back in the day, was a nice hot spot. Anyway, let's talk. Did you want to talk about, because you are Italian and you do love Italian food, but you are also working on a new project, right? The two of you.
We're underway in construction with a partnership with Ugo Colombo, who's a developer of many iconic projects in Miami and the owner of the Collection car dealership in Miami as well. And Mr. Picardi, myself, and Ugo, we're opening a restaurant called La Sponda. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be a waterfront location on Grove Isle.
Okay.
Those people that were around Miami back in the 70s and 80s will remember a restaurant called Baileen's. It was on the water, and there was a little hotel there. There were several chefs that were, I think Robin Haas was a chef there.
Yeah.
So the hotel was torn down, and there's Ugo's building an incredible 65-unit ultra luxury condominium, and asked us to collaborate with him to open up a high-end coastal Italian restaurant. The views are absolutely spectacular, unobstructed, 180
on the ground level.
Oh wow!
No, we're up on the second floor.
Second floor, so overlooking the bay,
overlooking unobstructed views of out toward Key Biscayne.
Okay.
And we have a ground floor as well where we're going to be doing a service on the water.
So is the building complete now, or
the building's complete?
Yeah, and your building,
and ours is the building's complete. The TCOs for the condominium units are going to be coming in September, October, and we are about 60% through the construction of the restaurant. And we hired Martin Brzezinski Design Studios out of London, who built such iconic places like Annabelle's in London and some very beautiful restaurants and hotels throughout the world. And he designed the restaurant, and we're having all of the millwork and all of the furniture made in Italy. Mm-hmm. And Mr. Colombo has incredible taste, so we're really very excited. And Chef Danny's going to be there.
Oh, nice.
It's going to be his baby. He'll be in residence at that location.
So projected opening, what, holiday?
Probably. I'm looking probably January.
January 26th.
January 26th.
God, we're in 26 already.
Yeah. Life, things go by fast.
We're closer to 2050 than the turn of the century, Tom. So.
And I'm closer to 100 than I am to 50. My 63rd birthday on last week. So.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So no, you're not closer to 100.
I don't know.
Closer to 80.
All
right. So I'll stop.
My math. I've never been good at math.
So wait. So this is Grove Isle. Is that where the Heat used to practice by the Mercy Hospital? Is it near there?
Yeah, near Mercy Hospital. Yeah. So you come down Bayshore Drive out from Brickell. Yeah. Halfway to the Grove, you make a left and you go over a bridge, and there's a guard gate, and there were 3 existing buildings there.
Okay.
And this is the 4th building, which is a semicircle. The project's called Vita, VITA.
Okay. And is it open to the general public?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
so it's not just restricted to residents and all that. So that's going to be exciting. So.
One of the most beautiful views in the entire city.
Oh wow,
that's it'll be amazing.
Looking forward to getting in there. When do you guys rest? What are you guys opening up new steakhouses?
Yeah, I asked him that the last time.
You opened up this one, and everything is. I guess you don't
quote my friend Jordan Zimmerman: "Sleep when you die."
Yeah,
that's it.
That's all good.
That's it.
All right. We're gonna get some of the food out from Daniel's. Let's take the second break, and then we'll come back and we'll eat some more, talk some more, and then we'll wrap up this edition from D Sports Bar and Daniel's Florida Steakhouse.
Sounds great.
When people come to me and say, "Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go?" Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Looking for inspired comfort food in a cozy setting? Blue Collar in Miami is the place to go. Located at 6789 Biscayne Boulevard, it moved to bigger digs a year ago, now has full liquor, and still features all your old favorites from chef owner Danny Surfer. Fantastic burgers, the braise of the day, and the city's best key lime pie. And the summer specials are sizzling with BOGO lunch sandwiches every weekday from noon to 5 p.m. in June and July, Miami Spice menu in August, September, and drink specials every day. Open daily with weekend brunch. For reservations and information, go to bluecollarmiami.com. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, upscale food in a down-home setting, the chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. When people ask me about the best restaurants in South Florida, Casa D'Angelo is always at the top of my list. First-class dining, top-flight service, elegant atmosphere, and chef founder Angelo Ilia is legendary. The flagship in Fort Lauderdale has been serving the finest Italian cuisine since 1997, with other locations in Boca Raton and Aventura. As Angelo himself says, they have an unwavering commitment to unparalleled quality with meticulous attention to details. It's so good, with house-made pastas, pristine seafood, unique meats like elk chops and bison, and seasonal specialties including fragrant fresh truffles from Italy. All locations open 7 days for dinner. Reservations recommended. For a special occasion or any occasion, Casa D'Angelo. Tell them Mike Mayo sent you. Hey, it's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk and Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for Sunday brunch, and Taco Tuesdays, including their new birria tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-faced smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo, the Lunchbox, sent you. All right, we're back at Dee's Sports Bar, Fort Lauderdale, downtown, 620 South Federal Highway, just south of the New River and the tunnel. But now we're up to the Daniels portion of the show and Dine Out Lauderdale. And my chef, this looks fantastic. What do we have in front of us?
So first of all, we have something fresh. As everybody knows, that South Florida is piping hot.
Is it?
So
I didn't know.
we're gonna have a beautiful strawberry gazpacho.
Strawberry gazpacho. Now, this you see a lot of gazpachos and kind of cold soups in Europe,
yes,
right?
yes,
and
yes,
not
yes.
as popular in the United States. You're trying to change that, right?
Always.
So, and is this something that you?
It's a chef's creation. We've been featuring this down in Miami the last couple of years, and I just love it because it's refreshing. It's got a little bit of sweetness. We do a little bit of balsamic on top, some basil oil, some beautiful pico de gallo.
and this one's gluten free, so there's no bread in it.
Nice.
Traditionally, gazpacho has bread in it, but this one's nice, beautiful, gluten free.
It looks beautiful. It's
peppers.
refreshing. Yeah, peppers. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And the little bit of balsamic also at the end, just to
No, and
to
that's
finish
one of
up.
those flavor combos that just work perfectly. Can't really explain why, but the balsamic is it a Modena? The
Yes,
yeah.
yes, it is.
Yeah, it's got a little, just enough sweetness, and it's perfect. Sometimes gazpachos can be a little tart and not so.
This is the balance is
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
Again, a little sweet,
Thank
little
you.
acidity.
It's a great appetizer for our dine out for
Yeah.
Lauderdale.
That's a great.
Then
way
we
to
go
begin.
into a little heavier fare.
So again, for Dine Out Lauderdale, it's a appetizer, an entree, and then a dessert.
Choice up.
Yes.
Lots of good options.
And
yeah.
it's at $70 or $75.
$70.
$70. And are there any wine pairings that you're coming up with?
Yeah, we're gonna have some wine pairings as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
That's all good. And so this would be the lamb shank. And what's the plating? What else is on there?
So
chef?
lamb shank, so of course, nice, slowly cooked. Get that candied texture of the lamb shank, and then of course what we're gonna do is have a little jus with beautiful carrots, potatoes, and then of course some polenta on the bottom.
And the nice part of
Oh,
these
it's
lamb
polenta.
shanks,
Oh, nice.
it just kind of shreds apart because it's just this slow braise and it
Mhm.
just gets nice and soft, and you got some of the the fattiness and the juiciness, and it's just a demi on top. Oh, it's
So the same braising liquid. So the
Braising
braising
liquid.
liquid, we reduce it down, make this beautiful
Mm.
glossy sauce, and of course the vegetables. Just add that oomph and the crunch to the dish.
Yep.
what's in the polenta? Some kind of cheese, I guess.
Yes, so Parmesan cheese on the
Parmesan.
polenta.
So again, for people who don't know, polenta is just basically cheese grits in Italian. So
Yes.
although
Yeah,
he's probably cringing a little bit about that. No,
We
it's
had a lot of
more-
that growing up with meatballs and sausage,
Okay.
with red sauce. Yeah.
Yeah, polenta is a beautiful thing. And then last but not least, look at this pretty dish. You got the edible flowers on top.
That
What
is
what
beautiful.
what is
Those are
going on here?
Zucchini
Oh,
blossoms.
it's zucchini blossoms. I
Yes.
don't even recognize them. They're beautiful.
So that dish for me is one of the highlights of summer. So sorry. Then of course we're gonna have a little bit of a sun gold and yellow peppers or sauce that we put a little bit of verjus for the acidity.
It's beautiful.
Then of course is a Florida red snapper.
Mm.
So down from the Florida Keys. Then a little bit of couscous, zucchini, fennel, tomatoes. So nice, clean flavors for this summer.
That is fantastic. And again, people, do you sell a lot of fish here? Because you brand
Yes.
yourself as a steakhouse, but
Yes, yes,
obviously
yes.
there are a lot of people who are trying to kind of avoid red meat sometimes. So
Of course,
Yeah.
and especially when we get the Florida fish
Mm.
and seafood, it sells very, very well.
We have our beautiful branzino on the menu as well. It's not Florida, but it's very fresh from Spain. It's great. And we do a small whole £1/4 pound. Miami, we have Dover sole as well as tuna.
Mhm.
So we like to keep 2 or 3 fish on the menu. Just
right. And at the beginning, you had the hogfish, not in season now, I guess, or are you going
It's
to try to get
been
it
more difficult to get.
to source?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. And again, it's all about the consistency.
exactly.
Um,
Snapper's been consistent.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And what do people make? Because when people see a piece of fish with the skin on, now for people who like me, I love good food.
Mhm.
You got to eat the skin. You crisp it up, and it's part of
Yeah,
the
it's a
flavor
flavor.
profile.
And it's the
right?
most nutritious part of the fish too.
Mhm.
So it's good for you actually. So
Okay.
There's like
But
amino
do
acids
people
and all.
still like separate it, and you got to try to still educate them that
maybe
hey,
before,
try it.
maybe a couple of years ago, there were a lot of people asking for, take out the skin, but we haven't seen that much over here in Fort Lauderdale.
That's good. So again, people are getting more aware and more adventurous, which is good. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Perfectly moist flesh underneath it, and the skin itself crispy, texturally a beautiful delight. I got to get another bite with the fennel and maybe a zucchini blossom too. And what's beneath it? I'm sorry, it's
Couscous.
couscous. There's a couscous beneath it with some also like diced medley of vegetables. Yeah.
Yes, so zucchini and also tomatoes.
Oh wow, I'm gonna get
These
the
are
whole,
all
nice and fresh.
gonna do the whole bite
These are
here.
things that will be on the dine out
Oh, yeah.
Lauderdale menu. Really?
This is the dine out menu. That's what they're
Wow.
featuring, Lubie. And this is, I guess, reason enough for people to come here if you haven't been
These are
here
fantastic
before.
dishes, and they're hearty too.
Mhm.
That's the other thing.
Wahoo crudo,
Mm.
Oh, that's beautiful.
fresh wahoo.
And that's one of the starter options.
Yes, so that'll
Oh,
be one of
really?
the appetizers. Yes, so that's a wahoo crudo, and of course, right now we're on peach season, so we're gonna get some Georgia peaches, a little bit of Fresno peppers in there, so it has that little kick.
Mm.
Lemon juice, olive oil, nice and fresh, and wahoo is from here from Florida.
Yeah, we had some wahoo yesterday with
Supposedly
our
it's running
friends
right
at Even Keel, and beautiful when it's in season.
Supposedly it's
Sometimes you
running right now.
lightly sear it, but they were saying they love it in the crudos because it's a beautiful, just
And you don't want to overcook it.
Well, is a crudo is just sliced raw and then it marinates in the juices?
Yes, it's not like a ceviche that you marinate the
Oh my
the
god!
fish with the lemon or anything for a couple like minutes and sometimes more.
Mhm.
Crudo is just pretty much the sliced fish, more like a sashimi in a way. And then of course we just put the finishing touches like citrus or any olive oil.
It's gorgeous and well done. I mean, this is the kind of thing that you can't get at any.
That's what I
run-of-the-mill
think.
place.
It's called a steakhouse and called the Florida Steakhouse, and they do live up to that billing. But to me, at a steakhouse, people are always like, "Well, don't." Mayo always joked about ordering wrong. I don't think anyone could order wrong here.
No.
Like you guys delve into seafood, you delve into other dishes. You have your appetizers are really done extremely well. The cocktail, like you guys take every program, not just your steak program, very seriously. Which
We have pasta as well. Our
appreciate.
pasta, we have a bolognese on the menu now, which is people love it. Our lobster fra diavolo, our rigatoni vodka, which is from our arsenal, we call it.
Mhm.
But sometimes Mike knows I'll throw out some orecchiette and
Yep.
some pastas from my.
Well, you're always playing around. I mean, that's what I
I
want to
love
ask
that.
is like
I love
how much goes into how many layers and how many tastings until something gets on the menu.
Oh, jeez.
It's not too complicated. I
Right.
mean,
It's not corporate. You don't have to go up to central headquarters.
sometimes
this is
it's-
central headquarters.
this
Yeah.
is central headquarters. right
Yeah.
here. This is
Sometimes
pretty
it
much
just needs a little bit touch here
Yeah.
and there, maybe a little bit more acidity, a little more salt, or maybe just grab the entire dish, or it's perfect. So there's been dishes that it's just perfect, and we just put it in the menu right away.
Yep.
And of course, our goal is make sure that it's consistent and that every single cook can replicate it.
Right. And again, because you're not here all the time now with all these other projects, but you've got a great crew in place.
Oh, the crew here.
It's
in Fort
actually
Lauderdale is
easier.
amazing.
It's actually easier as we've been growing, to be honest with you, because we've been able to bring in some higher, better talent,
Right.
and be able to get really good people, and that's allows us to and like Chef was saying, the things that you have to make sure that you can be consistent, because that's the number one problem with restaurants when you expand is consistency. So both front of the house and back of the house to maintain the consistency for the guests, and they have the same experience every time.
And now that you're, almost 10 months into this thing, I gotta, compliment you because the consistency is there now. It was, it's something that new restaurants sometimes struggle a little bit in opening months, and you guys have cleared all the hurdles, and now it is an exquisite experience. 4 stars, 4 stars, 4 stars, 4 stars, and I work on the old 4-star critic system.
Yes,
Take that,
New York
Yelp.
Times.
No, this is all fantastic. So again, Dine Out Lauderdale starting. Well, I think it starts on a Friday night. Are you excluding Friday and Saturday nights? I assume, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it's and
we may do an early so maybe people that come between. We were thinking about let folks that book from 5 to 6.
Okay.
Have that experience on Friday nights, and
we call that social hour now.
okay.
We don't use the word early bird anymore.
social hour.
Yeah.
Social hour. Yes.
So that sounds like a nice idea. But again, Daniel's
Open Tuesday through Sunday
until like the football season begins.
Football season. No, we're gonna keep that closed.
That's
on
closed on Mondays because
And,
everybody needs a breather. But here we'll be open for Monday Night Football.
yeah.
Okay. So soon, D Sports Bar, when football season gets rolling, will be open
Lunch.
7 days a week. Lunch on Saturday and Sunday. Come on in, watch all your football games. Daniel's next door will be open Tuesday through Sunday, dinner only. And man, come on in and check out the Dine Out Lauderdale menus on both sides. I think you'll be seeing more of me and Val as soon as she's back on her feet.
And there's a rumor that the Stanley Cup's going to be here Sunday night.
Really?
The rumor, yeah, rumor.
I want to finally
How
see
do we do
that.
that? How do we-
Thank you for
how are we
letting
a
me
part
know.
of that?
I think
Because
I have all
wanna
these.
see it so bad.
I
You
think
gotta-
I have
you gotta-
all these restaurant
you
friends.
gotta
Last year, I showed up at every restaurant
but-
that is like a
we weren't
sponsor.
at
And
it.
nobody told me.
Confirm the rumor. You need to text my daughter, and
Okay.
she'll give you the time that the rumor says that
It'll
the
be
Cup's
on this
gonna be.
side.
Yeah.
And it'll be with some of the Panther people who come in here.
Well, we
you know,
actually hosted. We
executives and-
actually hosted all of the families, all the parents and the families of the Panthers games before Game 6. We had about 100 people here. Marshan's family and Kachuk and all the guys. They were they celebrated the pregame. And the buses picked them
That
up.
was before even
Oh,
they
before
won
they
it
even
all.
won.
We were giving the good vibes over there.
So
Well,
now
you
you're
guys
a
gave
good
them
luck
the
charm.
touch.
You're
You
a
Yes,
guys
yes,
gave them the
yes, yes.
touch.
you are officially part of the superstition now
Because
going
they went
into next year.
dominantly. They
Yeah.
went dominant fashion.
great guys.
Before Game 6, the night before.
Yeah, they were all
That's-
here.
that was great.
100 people. They bus pulled up. They loved it.
I mean, every team should be running here before they have a
Yeah.
big moment.
They were in
Sam
the,
Ben-
the big restaurant next door.
No, here. All,
They were in the sports.
They were
rented-
here.
They
No, they
rented
were
out
here
the-
before the game.
The
Oh,
team.
wow.
The team rented out the sports bar for them. And
Like you said, before the game, the day of the game.
The day of the game.
The
Yeah.
buses
I
picked them
couldn't
up
even
to go to
imagine
the
that.
game.
Well, I'm glad that they didn't eat
we gotta
too
give our
much,
general
but-
manager. We gotta give our general manager Daniel a shout
Hey,
out.
They're
Daniel.
doing a great job.
Good to
Say-
see you. Yeah, duck down, say
Duck
hi
down,
to the
duck down,
cameras.
say-
There you go. That's it. Yeah, it's all great. This.
Oh, we got,
wait.
whoa, 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 whoa!
Oh, we got the Wagyu
I
tasting?
couldn't resist.
Oh
I
my
couldn't resist,
God,
brother.
Tom.
Jeez, you guys
I think
are.
it's
You
steak-
really know
steak-
how to-
steak night.
You know how to
Yeah,
butter a
so here we
critic
go.
up.
Oh my God, look at that.
Look at that.
Whoa.
Oh, I got to get a picture. I got to get a picture of that.
That's
And
beautiful.
the man.
Wagyu
holding his
trio,
Wagyu.
Wagyu trio.
There we go. Look at that. Perfect. Okay.
That's
When
beautiful.
this is a source of contention on Let's Eat Group when somebody says something's cooked perfectly. What food lovers mean is something is cooked to its proper temperature. And as everybody knows, high quality beef, Daniel, should be cooked to what internal temperature and what do you call it?
The medium rare, medium. That's
Exactly.
Okay.
I would call it medium rare.
Yeah, so you don't go as far as rare.
Yeah.
But
depends on the
Salt.
cut also.
Okay.
Like
Salt.
for me, like
Oh, we got the special sauce. No, don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just kind of. All right, which is which here? We got.
so that will be Florida. That
the-
will be the Texas, and that will be the
Wait, I've
Australia.
lost track.
Ooh.
This
Florida?
is Florida,
Texas,
Texas.
Australia.
and you suggest I go in order from like east to west,
Yes.
Florida
Yes,
to
yes.
Texas to Australia. All right, look at this. Oh, and you got your little. I love the dog with the salt. And is this a
I'm
Maldon
gonna do
salt?
my
Oh
salt
yeah,
bay
you go ahead.
imitation here.
Yeah, go ahead. Just sprinkle it. Got to do it like that. All
I'm
right.
not that coordinated.
look at that. That is. beautiful.
Florida's good.
Look how that's cooked. Oh my God.
I'm gonna go. Oh, and this one has a little bit of the radicchio. This is ridiculous, and this is going to be offered
This is
also
going to
all
be
summer. or-
this all summer. Well, we offer it now, but we're going to do a reduced price offering. We source some meat that we could do with, and this going to do. I think we're doing this with potato fonduta.
Mm,
So you're nice for. I think it's 125.
wow.
And
And
3-4 ounces, basically 12-ounce fillet.
with
Well,
this,
Wagyu.
Wagyu.
what would you suggest as a wine with it?
Oh, I love a Malbec
Nice.
or a something from Spain. We have some. We have a nice
wow.
Tempranillo.
Mm.
Would be wonderful with this. I think.
Mhm.
Of course,
Really, I
we have
thought you
great
would say
cabinets.
you can put a big old cab with this too,
We
right?
do that. Sure, Syrah.
Yep.
And what about any of the Italians? Would the Italian Barolo or
It's
not
too
so
rich.
much?
Not as much. I'm not a big Barolo guy.
Okay.
That's sacrilegious for me to say
I was
that.
gonna say.
But,
My
wines from
favorite.
like the wines from Puglia are great. The Primitivo.
I've got my mouth full. I don't know what I'm doing, but
The
the Florida one was good. The Texas one seems a little more tender,
Uh-huh.
and these are all cuts of like tenderloin fillet.
Yes,
or-
yes. All of them are fillet.
And I'm going into the Australia now. Was this a little roasted garlic with it or
That's our shallot.
shallot? See, I'm a food critic, sure.
There you go.
Oh, luscious! It's beautiful. If you're a steak lover,
Yeah.
Daniel's, a Florida Steakhouse, that's the place to be. Tom, Daniel, thank you so much
Knocked
for
it out
having
of
us
the
in.
park again.
This place is knocking it out of the park. And now, if you're located in Park South, go check out the
Yeah,
new
yeah, the
location
Gables
in Coral
location.
Gables, right across from the UM campus.
Oh,
and
nice.
yeah, good luck with everything.
Thank you.
All
Thank
the
you.
new
so much.
product
Always a
thank you,
pleasure.
projects.
Always a
Miami
pleasure.
Spice, Dine Out Lauderdale. that's going to do it for today. Tomorrow we'll be at Gulfstream Park, our usual Friday fun place. And until then, enjoy every Wagyu steak, every lamb shank, and enjoy every sandwich.
What's next is the question.